Life often teaches us its most profound lessons when we least expect it, and sometimes it's not until we've traversed a significant portion of our journey that we truly begin to understand the wisdom that lies in certain philosophies. One such philosophy that has stood the test of time and continues to offer invaluable guidance to those who embrace it is Stoicism. Stoicism, with its roots in ancient Greece, is a philosophy that revolves around the idea of personal virtue and rationality as the path to true happiness. While it was conceived over 2,000 years ago, its teachings are as relevant today as they were in ancient times. In this exploration, we'll delve into 8 Stoic lessons that men often learn too late in life. These timeless principles can provide guidance and solace, offering a pathway to a more fulfilling and purposeful existence. Lesson 1. Control what you can control. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Marcus Aurelius. In a world that often seems chaotic and unpredictable, Stoicism teaches us that the only true power we possess lies within ourselves. It's easy to become consumed by external circumstances, the weather, traffic, the economy, or the opinions of others. But in reality, these factors are beyond our control. The Stoic lesson here is to focus our energy on what we can control: our thoughts, emotions, actions, and reactions. By doing so, we gain a sense of agency over our lives. We can't prevent hardships, but we can control how we respond to them. This empowerment is a key ingredient in living a more fulfilled life. Imagine a man who spends his entire life stressing over things he cannot change. A missed promotion, a car accident, or the weather on his wedding day. He allows these external events to dictate his happiness, never realizing that his happiness was never meant to be at the mercy of such variables. Too often, it's only later in life that men come to understand that this approach leads to perpetual dissatisfaction. The Stoic lesson of controlling what you can control isn't just a platitude, it's a profound revelation. When you start to focus on your thoughts, reactions, and actions, you begin to master yourself and find strength in the face of adversity. Lesson 2. Embrace adversity as opportunity. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. Marcus Aurelius. Life is a journey rife with obstacles, setbacks, and adversity. It's easy to perceive these challenges as insurmountable roadblocks. However, Stoicism teaches us to view adversity differently, as a chance for growth and self-improvement. Stoics understand that adversity, rather than being an impediment to progress, is often the very catalyst for it. The obstacles we face are opportunities to develop resilience, wisdom, and strength. When we learn to embrace adversity, we turn obstacles into stepping stones on our path to success. Consider a man who, in his youth, faced a series of failures and rejections. He might have seen these experiences as demoralizing setbacks, but later in life, he realizes they were necessary lessons. They were the trials that shaped his character, enabling him to develop the grit needed to overcome bigger challenges. It's a profound revelation when men understand that adversity is not a roadblock but a stepping stone. Those who come to this realization later in life often wish they'd seen it sooner. They recognize that adversity has not hindered their progress. It has been the very vehicle that propelled them forward. Lesson 3. The power of perspective. We are more often frightened than hurt, and we suffer more in imagination than in reality. Seneca. Our minds are powerful, and they have the remarkable ability to shape our perception of the world. Stoicism encourages us to examine our thoughts and the stories we tell ourselves. Often, our fears and anxieties are products of our imagination, not reality. Men sometimes learn too late that the negative thoughts and worries that haunted them were largely unfounded. The Stoic lesson here is to choose a perspective that serves us well. Rather than dwelling on the worst-case scenario, focus on what can be learned and how to move forward positively. Picture a man who lived his life in constant fear. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of the unknown. He allowed these fears to dictate his choices and actions. It's only later that he realizes that many of the things he feared never materialized, or if they did, they were far less catastrophic than he had imagined. This revelation is liberating. It underscores the power of perspective and the role our thoughts play in shaping our reality. Men who grasp this Stoic lesson early in life live with less anxiety and more confidence, knowing that their perceptions can be shaped to serve their well-being. Lesson 4. Live in the present moment. While we are postponing, life speeds by. Seneca. In our fast-paced world, it's easy to get caught up in planning for the future or dwelling on the past. Men often learn too late that they've spent too much time focused on what's to come or what's already happened, neglecting the beauty and opportunities of the present moment. Stoicism reminds us that the present is all we truly have. It encourages us to savor each moment and fully engage in the now. When we do this, we find greater fulfillment and joy in everyday life. Imagine a man who spent his youth tirelessly working towards a distant goal, a successful career, financial security, or a dream house. He postponed happiness, believing it would come once he achieved these milestones. However, as he ages, he realizes that happiness was always within his grasp, if only he'd embraced the present moment. This Stoic lesson, when learned too late, is often accompanied by regret. Men come to understand that life is a collection of moments, and when we neglect to fully inhabit them, we miss out on the richness of our existence. Living in the present moment isn't just a platitude. It's a recipe for a more fulfilled life. Lesson 5. The value of virtue. He who is virtuous is wise, and he who is wise is good, and he who is good is happy. Seneca. In a world that sometimes seems to prioritize material success above all else, Stoicism reminds us of the enduring importance of virtue. Virtue, in the Stoic sense, encompasses qualities such as wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. It is the foundation of a meaningful and purposeful life. Men often learn too late that the pursuit of wealth, power, or fame, without the underpinning of virtue, can lead to a shallow and unfulfilled existence. The Stoic lesson is clear. Prioritize the development of your character and values, and happiness will naturally follow. Think of a man who spent the prime of his life chasing material success, amassing wealth and power at the expense of his character. It's only later that he realizes the emptiness of his accomplishments and the hollowness of his pursuits. Stoicism teaches us that true success is rooted in virtue. Men who internalize this lesson early in life often lead more authentic and meaningful lives, knowing that their actions are aligned with their values. It's a lesson that, when learned too late, can be accompanied by regret, but it can also serve as a catalyst for a transformative change in one's life. Lesson 6. Accept the impermanence of life. Let us prepare our minds as if we come to the very end of life. Let us postpone nothing. Let us balance life's books each day. Seneca. Life is fleeting, and everything we hold dear is subject to change and impermanence. Men sometimes learn too late that they've been holding on too tightly to people, possessions, and circumstances, only to find that these things can slip through their fingers. Stoicism reminds us that acceptance of the impermanence of life is the key to inner peace. When we understand that change is inevitable, we can appreciate the present moment without the fear of loss overshadowing it. Consider a man who spent his youth accumulating possessions and clinging to relationships, only to witness the transience of it all as he grows older. He may realize that he spent too much time worrying about the future and too little time enjoying the present. Stoicism encourages us to recognize the fragility of life and to appreciate the moments we have. Men who embraced this lesson earlier in life often lead more balanced and fulfilling lives, free from the anxiety that comes with the fear of loss. Lesson 7. Practice self-reflection. The unexamined life is not worth living. Socrates. In the hustle and bustle of daily life, it's easy to become disconnected from our true selves. Men sometimes learn too late that they've been living on autopilot, never taking the time to pause and reflect on their thoughts, actions, and purpose. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of self-reflection. It encourages us to regularly examine our lives, our values, and our goals. Through self-awareness, we can make intentional choices that align with our true self. And lead to a more meaningful existence. Imagine a man who spent decades conforming to societal expectations and pursuing goals that were never truly his own. It's only later that he realizes he's been living someone else's life, and the years that have passed feel like a missed opportunity. The Stoic lesson of self-reflection, when learned early, can be transformative. Men who make it a habit to examine their lives find greater clarity and purpose, leading to a more authentic and fulfilling journey. It's a lesson that, when embraced, can help one navigate life's twists and turns with wisdom and intention. Lesson 8. Be grateful for what you have. He is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he has not, but rejoices for those which he has. Epictetus. In a world that constantly bombards us with messages of what we lack, it's easy to fall into the trap of discontentment. Men often learn too late that they've spent years chasing more, never realizing that true happiness lies in appreciating what they already have. Stoicism teaches us the value of gratitude. It encourages us to acknowledge and cherish the blessings in our lives, no matter how small they may seem. When we do this, we shift our focus from scarcity to abundance, leading to a happier and more contented existence. Consider a man who spent his life accumulating wealth, possessions, and achievements, always thinking that the next acquisition would bring him happiness. It's only later that he realizes the hollowness of this pursuit and the richness of the life he neglected to appreciate. Stoicism reminds us that contentment comes not from the abundance of possessions, but from the appreciation of what we have. Men who embrace this lesson early in life often lead more joyful and fulfilled lives, free from the perpetual cycle of wanting more. Stoicism offers timeless wisdom that has the power to transform the lives of men who embrace its principles. The 8 Stoic lessons discussed: controlling what you can control, embracing adversity, the power of perspective, living in the present moment, the value of virtue, accepting impermanence, practicing self-reflection, and being grateful are not just philosophical concepts. They are practical guidelines for living a more meaningful and purposeful life. While some men may learn these lessons later in life, often accompanied by regrets and missed opportunities, it's never too late to start incorporating Stoic principles into your daily life. The journey of self-improvement and personal growth is an ongoing one, and Stoicism serves as a valuable roadmap for navigating the challenges and uncertainties of life with wisdom and resilience. So, whether you're a young man just beginning your journey or someone who's further along the path, remember that the wisdom of Stoicism is always available to guide you. As you embrace these lessons and apply them to your life, you'll find yourself on a transformative journey towards greater happiness, fulfillment, and inner peace.